This is a call to arms. A call to arms, not with weapons. Not with weapons of destruction anyway. This is a call to arms with weapons of love. Everything that is inside of you. Weapons of truth. Weapons of authenticity. Weapons. And it is time to move. It is now time to go, 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 go. And I don't mean physically move, although for some of us, we may be being forced to do that. But it is all for our highest good. It's all for our highest potential. It's already now. Think about that for 1 second. It is already now. It's not now in a minute. It's not now when I finish this. It's not now when this is perfected. It's not now when I have a full plan and I know exactly what I'm doing and where I'm going. It is now. The time is now to do what it is you came here to do. It's time to step up. It's time to express ourselves. It is time to move forwards. It's time to use our voices. It's time to step into everything that we are. There are many forces trying their hardest to stop us from speaking our truth, from stepping into our authenticity. And I'm here to declare that that is not going to happen. They will not win. I will win. You will win. We have already won. But we must take action. We must act upon everything that will lead us to where we need to be. And it's really uncomfortable, right? Really uncomfortable. Stepping out of the comfort zone, out of everything that we know, leaving behind the parts of us that no longer serve us, leaving behind the places and spaces and people that no longer align with us, with our mission, with the greater mission, which is for the greater good. It's time to reclaim the parts of us that we left behind along the way, the parts of us that knew our divine, our sacred missions before it was all conditioned away by outside influences. It's time to come home to ourselves, to celebrate each other, to celebrate our differences, to celebrate and respect each other's boundaries, to respect and celebrate each other's journeys. As long as we are acting from a place of truth, we are not performing for somebody else, that everything we do comes from a place of pure love, authenticity, and truth, then we're unstoppable. We are unstoppable. You are unstoppable. If you've been experiencing psychic attacks, usually during sleep time, then I know how difficult it might seem to stand in your truth and in your power. Because recently the psychic attacks have really ramped up. And I know that that's because I have done the work. I have been into my soul and I have rebuilt. I have been broken down and I have rebuilt. My foundations are strong. My core is unshakable. And now it's time to flourish. And it's at these exact points that the psychic attacks occur. And that's when we know we are on the right path. everything starts to fall away, to burn away around you. All of those places of safety start to crumble and disappear. And this is when we hold tight. We hold tight to our mission, to our dreams, to our goals. Even if we don't have a plan, this is when we hold tight to what we know is right, what we know is our truth. It's so uncomfortable stepping out of that comfort zone, walking away from those who do not have our best interests at heart, that aren't here to walk this path with us. It's not even that they don't have our best interests at heart, to be honest. A lot of people do, but they don't have the same pathway as you or as I. They might just be living in a different reality. They haven't reached where you have reached yet. They might not even reach it in this lifetime. And that's okay, because that's their path, because we all have different paths. You know it. I know it. It's scary. It's really scary at times. But the time is now. It's already here. How much more time are we going to waste waiting for everything to become perfect? To have the perfect plan, for the perfect timing, for the perfect collaborations, the perfect partnerships. And the perfect alignments. Last night I was given a choice. I was given a clear choice to go back into the darkness, to close my eyes, allow the darkness to take over, and to go back to playing small, back into a system that no longer serves me, into a system that is systematically trying to break me, that does not support me in any way, shape or form, despite giving over 40 years of my life to that very system. I'm working for the powers that control it. I was shown last night that I could very easily just slip back into that safety net of reliance, complete and utter reliance on the system. But that I also had two other choices. The second choice was to walk away from this life. And I'm not going to lie, because that feeling was still there when I rose today. It was still there as I considered how I could make it look like an accident, all of those things. And I speak this truth honestly, because I know that you may very well have similar thoughts. We haven't acted on them because we're here, but it doesn't mean that we don't have them, and people don't speak about this. And this needs to be spoken about. Putting the term intrusive thoughts on something like this is not good enough. I need you to know that you are not alone. If you have those thoughts and you are still here, you're not going to act on those thoughts. You know you're here for a higher purpose. You know that there is more to this life than being a slave to this system. But then, as always, my third choice came into my being, and I knew that was where I was going. So as terrifying as it is to make this video, to lay this on the line, to step into my power and talk to you open and honestly and vulnerably about where I am in my journey and about what I can offer, what I have been through, so that I can help others. Others like me, who have never really felt like they fit in anywhere. Not truly, not into one space anyway, who I have spent my life trying to find my tribes, and my gosh, have I found some amazing tribes, and I am so blessed to be a part of so many beautiful spaces and places with the most amazing people who love and support me. However, I've always known, felt that I couldn't really vocalize what was deep, deep inside of me. The ancient wisdom, knowledge that I convene with the ancestors, with the angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, with the dragon guardians, with my galactic family, with the fae and the elementals. That Kali Ma has been my biggest guide, my biggest supporter and teacher throughout the last few years. That Mary Magdalene has guided me, has walked alongside me. That the way of the rose, the way of love, the way of truth, the way of authenticity, that Kuan Yin has brought the compassion and the laughter, the playfulness, that the Christ consciousness is alive and well, that the emerald order is alive and well, that Melchizedek is the most amazing guide, who has crowned me with his own hands. That I convened with the ancestors who gifted me my mission, which was to find my own voice so that they could release theirs, our feminine lineage, our ancestors who didn't have a voice, who couldn't be seen, couldn't be heard. Who were persecuted for trying. that I work with Mother Earth. That she has brought all of this together for me. As an earth guardian, which we all are. And after stepping into and accepting the Great Mother, Gaia, Mother Earth, into my life, that I am a reflection of her, that we are a reflection of this earth, that deep in her womb space, I was able to connect with my own womb space and connect with my mother's womb space. And I was able to find my voice in all of its beautiful expressions. And it would be criminal of me not to share this with you. And this is the part of me that has been hidden from my friends, from my tribes. It's not the kind of conversation that I felt I could bring up at our fantastic gigs and festivals and all of those other wonderful, wonderful places that I love. And it is absolutely 100% possible to do it all, to be in all of those spaces, to do everything that we love. Interesting. That I can be singing from the top of my lungs from my favourite rock bands in one breath, and in the next giving praise to Krishna, to Kali Ma, to God, the source, creator, toning and undertoning, overtoning with the ancestors and the earth, offering up the language of light, because there are no earthly words for the praise and the love that I feel inside, for the messages that I receive that I can't translate into the English language. The feelings, the devotion to myself and to others, to this land, to the skies. So here I am whole, and I am sovereign. I am liberated and I am free. It feels so good. I work with sounds. I work with energy. Frequency is everything. If you don't believe me, then just switch everything off for a minute. Switch everything off in your home, wherever you are, and stand in silence for just 1 minute. And listen. Frequency is everywhere. We are frequency. We are energetic beings, pure frequency, here having this human experience on this earth, to experience all of the beauty, all of the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, the dark, the light. It's all one. It's all one thing. There is no separation. There's no division. It just is. I work with the voice. And my mission is to help as many people as possible to release their voice, to find their voice, so that it can be released, so that they can express, so that you can express yourself the way that I have learned to, in full joy, in full acceptance of everything that you are, because you might not know it or feel it right now. But if you're watching this and you're still here, then I guess that you do know it. You have something to offer. You have something to say. You have something to express, whether that's through spoken word, artwork, singing, painting, drawing, performing. Although that's not what I'm about. This is not about performance. This is about finding your true essence, working with exactly your unique blueprints, your unique design, your unique frequency, your unique voice that is authentically yours. There is no other voice on this planet that has the same frequency, that carries the same frequency as yours. Think about that for a second. The world needs you. The world needs your voice. Whether you're a poet, a writer, a singer, an artist, a weaver, a dressmaker, together we'll weave the threads. We're all part of this universal cloth. We each are the threads. And in unity is where the magic is, where the magic lies. We go through many processes of death and rebirth in this lifetime. It's not comfortable, but it is necessary for growth. When I experienced burnout just around 3 years ago, from my job as a sister in the NHS, I'd worked as a nurse for 25 years at that point. And the burnout was a result of conflict. My values no longer matched those values of those around me and those who I work for. So I'm not going to go into that detail now. But it was a it was a cracking point. And I held on, and I held on, and I held on. I ignored everything that my being was telling me, you know, that I couldn't be in that space any longer. But it was all I knew. It was what I'd always wanted to do. It absolutely epitomized everything about me at that time. The people pleasing, the wanting to help everybody else before myself. Always putting others first. So much so that as their voices got louder and my voice shrunk and retreated and retreated and retreated some more. And this had been a common thread throughout my life. Until it got to the point where my soul was screaming at me, I have a voice! And yet I couldn't express it. I didn't know how. I didn't feel important enough. What I had to say didn't feel important enough, even though I knew it was really important. I didn't want to upset the apple cart. I didn't want to be the odd one out. I didn't want to be cast out again. I was trying so hard to hold on to something that no longer served me. That burnout was inevitable. I spent the next 12 months, had therapy, trying to fit back into that space, to get ready to get back into that space. And nothing was working. I had my own therapies. My gosh, I'm an energy worker. I was clearing my field. I was working with lots of different people and beings and using the sound therapy, sound frequencies, and my and the oracles and my crystals, and yet nothing was shifting. Nothing was shifting enough to allow me to go back into that space, until eventually I had to admit that I could not go back into that space. And at that point I was broken. I had no idea what I was going to do, how I was going to survive, how I was going to even function if I'm not doing for others, if I'm not giving my life in service in that way. What on earth am I going to do with it? But I did trust. I did trust, and I did know deep in my soul. I knew what was coming. And it was a full breakdown. Literally, like every fragment of my being exploded out of my body, came back in, and rearranged itself. And I actually saw this happen through vision as it was happening. Through my third eye, I saw it all. Literally exploded out of my body, came back in, and was rearranging into all different spaces. And that was my breakdown. And since then I have rebuilt myself. Rebuilt, reclaimed soul fragments that I'd left behind. I have gone into my deepest fears. I have faced them. I have sat with them. I have grieved them. Old identities. I've brought them all into healing. I've visited those places and those spaces. I brought my inner child into healing, my inner adolescent, my inner teenager, my inner young adult, and my inner adult in lots of different places and spaces. I have learned to understand myself one by one, masks that I have put on to be able to function in a way that society needed me to function, have been removed. And again, that's really scary. But the most overriding thing that comes out of that is the freedom and the liberation. The liberation to be authentically me. Not that I wasn't authentic, that I haven't been authentic all of my life, because I was authentic in as much as I knew about me. Now, I know me. And I am in full acceptance of exactly where I am, because I know that there are more, there's more to come, you know, there are more fragments to bring home. But for now, I can't wait any longer. I can't wait until I have every part back and everything is perfect, because that will be the day I take my last breath, right? So now it's time to show up as me. As whole as I am at this point in time. In full acceptance of my life so far. And all of the beauty and wonder and love and joy and sadness and grief and resentment and anger. All of those, all of the emotions, all of those things. That in acceptance that it's okay to have all of those emotions too. That's the human experience. That's what I came here to experience. To release blame. To release the self-blame, the self-loathing. The lack of self-love, the lack of self-worth, the fear of rejection. These are all huge wounds that I've gone into and I've brought into healing. I'm not saying that they've gone completely, but for now, I'm in a really good place with it. So as part of my mission to help activate the voice, to help bring you into the safety of the womb so that you're safe enough to feel that you can express yourself, to work with the Great Mother, with Gaia, Mother Earth, to ground you, to connect with the ancestors, to connect with your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your team, because you have a team. Who will guide you to become everything that you came here to be. So I didn't reach out. I did do the therapies. I did do my own therapies. I did have a small number of people who have an idea of what I have been through. I don't want you to do this alone. It's a uncomfortable, difficult journey, and you don't have to do this alone. I'm stubborn. I am really stubborn. I have to do everything for myself. I have to go through everything myself. But I know now the reason why I do that, and that's because I know that there is nothing like that lived experience and that lived recovery to help guide others, because I have been through it. I have been there. I am that person that wouldn't ask for help. I took so many deviations in my path. I did it the difficult way, the hard way. I don't want you to do it the hard way. I want you to reach out for help. You are not alone. So if you are experiencing symptoms of burnout, or you feel that you're about to crash, reach out. Let's chat. Let's see if we're a fit. If this video resonates with you in any way, I'm not going to force something on you. I'm not going to try and sell you something if I don't truly believe that I can assist you, that I can guide you. There are many, many people, good people, beautiful souls with wealth of experience in many modalities and spaces. It might be that we connect and I say, I don't think I can help you, but I do know somebody that may be able to, and I can point you in the right direction. Because collaboration is where things are at. There is room enough in this world for each and every one of us and each of our gifts. We all bring different gifts. My gift to you is love, authenticity, and truth. And this is my truth. And if I can help even one person, then my mission is complete. But I don't want to help just one person. I want to help thousands of people. Together, anything is possible.